Welcome to the broadcast of the 34th Annual Ameren Thanksgiving Day Parade, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors. It's the most wonderful time of the year, featuring the area's best marching bands competing in the Battle of the Bands. More than 140 different groups, giant helium-filled balloons, dozens of beautiful floats, and honorary Grand Marshal Dr. Francis Levine from the Missouri Historical Society. The Capitol Christmas Tree, a live performance from Audrey Bartholomew from The Voice, and of course, the big man, Santa Claus. All coming your way next, live from downtown St. Louis. The 2018 Ameren Thanksgiving Day Parade, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors.
Showtime, baby. Welcome to the 34th Annual Ameren Thanksgiving Day Parade, held right here in the heart of downtown St. Louis. What a beautiful scene it is. The sun is shining. The weather is good. It's a little chilly. I'm Kent Earhart, joined as always by the lovely and talented
Matt Chambers is on the street. Yes,
but he couldn't
back
join
there.
us up here. No,
So I'm here.
Laura Hediger,
Yes.
of course, as she is every year, braving the cold, which is really not a big deal
No.
this morning, and well worth it
Yeah.
because this is one of our favorite days of the year.
Just a gorgeous day. And of course, happy Thanksgiving to you.
You too.
Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I
And
have
to
a
your
feeling.
mom.
Yes, hi, Mom.
And Dad.
And Mom, all good to see you. And your family's actually here. They'll be in
Some
the
of
parade.
them are. Yep, they are. They're excited.
Our other family member, of course, is Matt Chambers, and he is live on the parade route. He'll be bringing us interviews all morning, and I believe we're going to check in with Matt right now.
Yes, ma'am. And Kent, Laura, happy Thanksgiving to you. A very happy Thanksgiving to everyone tuning in for this special 2-hour coverage, live coverage in downtown St. Louis of the Ameren Thanksgiving Day Parade. Now, did you notice the first word in the title of that parade? Ameren. Because the reality is, without great corporate sponsorships around this tight-knit community, this kind of thing just would not go off. Warner Baxter knows something about that. He's the chairman, president, and CEO of Ameren Corporation. Warner, happy Thanksgiving. This is like an annual tradition.
It is. Seems like we come together every Thanksgiving. Man, happy Thanksgiving to you and to everyone out there.
Here's the reality. If Ameren chose not to contribute to this kind of thing in downtown St. Louis, tomorrow, Ameren would go on. The company would still be doing fine. But the reality is you've chosen to commit to this city. Why do you think something like this is so important?
Well, number one, it's an honor to be part of this great St. Louis tradition. You know, our mission is to power the quality of life, and part of that is giving back to the community. And so we're just so pleased to be out here and with so many folks out here enjoying this tradition. You know, we really appreciate the partnership with you, Matt. It's just been terrific.
Let's not forget that there are some parallels between the broadcast business and the utility business. They're both 24/7, whether it's Thanksgiving or not. So let's think for a moment about the hardworking men and women with Ameren who are manning their stations today.
You know, I'm very grateful. I have so many great coworkers. You're right. It's 24/7, 365. And so we have people at our power plants, people at our distribution operations. But you know what? It's what we do. We want to make sure we deliver the reliability that our folks expect every day. But, you know, as you said, we want to make sure, too, we give back to this community. Right. And so we're so pleased to do that.
Be a lot of turkeys that were still frozen if it weren't for you. So happy Thanksgiving to you.
It's
we
a pleasure.
appreciate it.
Everyone have a safe and happy Thanksgiving and a very happy holiday season.
There you have it. Kent, Laura, back to you.
Thank you, Matthew. Great job as always, and great job from Ameren. There are such important community partners here with this, not only in the parade, but as part of the whole community, and we appreciate all their hard work. I said it earlier, especially in the weather department, when we have the severe storms, when we have the snowstorms, and people are out without power, and we know those crews are out there working so hard.
They are, and especially as so many of you are cooking, you're happy to have power
That's a good
today,
point,
too.
yeah.
Exactly. We're going to send it back to Matt because he has another interview.
The organization Christmas in St. Louis may not be super familiar to a lot of our viewers this morning, and frankly, that's kind of the way they like it. Ken Mallon is the chairman of the Christmas in St. Louis Foundation. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Ken.
Happy Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas.
I would call Christmas in St. Louis the background of this parade that we're, the backbone, rather, of this parade that we're about to see. Explain to everybody what it is exactly that you do.
Well, we have about 2,000 volunteers. Our mission is to bring fun and all sorts of happiness, if you will, to the downtown metropolitan area during the holiday season.
You also have a great appreciation for local organizations that do good without a great deal of resources, don't you?
Each year we try to honor two smaller organizations who primarily focus on kids issues here, who make our community a lot better and make those kids' lives even more better.
We have some representatives from those organizations behind us. We'll talk to them in just a moment. But first, we want to make sure you understand the kind of work that these two organizations in the spotlight are doing. Take a look.
People are constantly coming and asking more about Assistance League and what they could do. Our organization, it is an all-volunteer, nonprofit, 501c3. Last year, we touched 44,000 lives, and our volunteer hours were more than 80,000. We want to take care of our community, and we know that there's a big need out there, and we know we could do something about it. Assistance League has a great signature program called Operation School Bell. Well, that's the program where we bust the kids in, and we will give them all kinds of uniforms or clothing, you know, to kind of help them feel better about themselves in the school. They need to know that there's somebody out there that's looking out for them, you know, that's thinking about them. Maybe we can be that inspiration for them to say, okay, I see what was done for me, and maybe I can give back to somebody else. For more information, people can go to alstl.org.
What Whole Kids does is to really change the lives of people who really would be forgotten.
My job is to help them become the very best parents they can become and empower them to be what they need to be.
The rates of child abuse and neglect in this region are higher than in the state of Missouri. But if you have our programs, they're almost non-existent.
I can truly say that the moms and dads that Whole Kids serve all really love their children. The problem often comes when there are lots of life pressures and too few supports to solve those problems.
The best part is watching a mom succeed with her baby. Just watching a mom grow and bond and believe in themselves and know that they can do it.
The challenge is to raise money for people who are hidden. We're not close to any of the power sources in this state.
By supporting Whole Kids, you're providing an opportunity for the people that are in a forgotten place.
Boy, just a couple of wonderful organizations there. Ken Mallon, tell me about the ladies we have right here.
Well, our first honoree is from the Assistance League of St. Louis, Jane Harbron. Thank you for all you do for our community. Merry Christmas.
And Chris Piazza, oh, this is Roxy, I believe. And Chris Piazza has a check for you, right, Chris?
That's right. And on behalf of Christmas in St. Louis, we'd like to present this to you. And thank you for being part of our parade.
Okay, and thank you on behalf of my Assistance League family. This is a wonderful gift from you guys, and I can assure you it will be put to good use.
Well, congratulations to you. Much deserved. We appreciate it. We're not done yet either, ladies. Thank you very much. Congratulations to you. But we also have some folks from Whole Kids Outreach. Come on up, my friends. Properly T-shirted here. Ken, who do we have here?
We have Kathy Askin from the charity. Congratulations on behalf of everyone. Thanks for all you do in our community.
Thank you very much. We're excited to be here.
I think Chris has something for you as well, don't you, Chris?
For you, and thank you for being in our parade. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. We're really excited. These funds will go directly to the nurses and the outreach specialists that help our kids and our pregnant mothers in the area of Ellington, Missouri. Appreciate it.
Soft spot of mine. Thank you so much for the work that you do. And Ken and Chris, Christmas in St. Louis, guys, they stay in the background. They don't seek the spotlight, but they're doing some tremendous work in our community.
They are, and it's very cool that they were able to highlight those two organizations. Before we get to the grand opening number, though, Matt has another interview. Matt's busy right now.
He's so busy, he hasn't had time to grab one interview off the other one. Hey,
We're
Matthew.
boxing and shipping down here. Here, I want to bring in Mr. Tim Kurtz from Wells Fargo Advisors. How are you, Tim?
Good, I'm good, thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, too.
So what folks at home might not realize is it's Wells Fargo that enables us to broadcast the parade, which is a wonderful treat for so many families. But tell me a little bit about Wells Fargo Advisors. You have a ton of local employees here in the area, don't you?
We do. We employ 5,000 people here in the St. Louis area, 200 great financial advisors around the St. Louis metro area. And one of the things that we're most proud of is the economic impact we can have on the St. Louis community with Wells Fargo Advisors being headquartered in the middle of the United States. Every year we have team members from the East Coast, West Coast that come into St. Louis. They stay at our hotels, eat at our great restaurants. Last year alone, we had over 18,000 team members come to St. Louis. That was over 28,000 nights in hotels, 30,000 flights at Lambert Airport. We had a $24.5 million economic impact impact in the region.
But here's what I love. At the end of the day, you recognize the important part of being a member of the community, so you give millions of dollars back to nonprofits every year.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things we're most proud of. We live by the golden rule: take care of those that take care of you, and this city's taking great care of us. This year alone, we've donated $4.1 million to local charities around St. Louis, and one of the things we're most proud of is our team members. This year, during our St. Louis Community Support Campaign, our team members raised over $4.1 million themselves for local nonprofits. In addition, they're generous with their time and talents.
Yep.
They donated over 70,000 hours volunteering at local schools and nonprofits.
We're going to see a lot of those team members marching in the parade. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Thanks to Wells Fargo Advisors. Guys, up to you.
Thank you. We've said all the thank yous to everyone who helps put this parade together. What do you think? Should we kick it off?
We got a little sneak preview of this opening number, and you are absolutely going to be blown away. It is absolutely adorable. It is the good folks at the Professional Dance Center that put it on.
Yes.
The opening number, Sparkle, Jolly, Twinkle, Jingly.
If you want to deck the halls for Mr. C, make sure there's Sparkle, Jolly, Twinkle, Jingly.
What the heck is that supposed to mean? Just more the usual home office budget.
When a room is gloomy and its atmosphere is called it quits, then you must remember that December is a time for glitz. Never stop until each flame on your Christmas tree is Sparkle, Jolly, Twinkle, Jingly. Put some jewelry all on every wall and every nook. Things love each corner till it's Christmas everywhere you look. Give the world a holiday that's bright as can be. Make it sparkle, jolly, twinkle, jingly.
What did I tell you?
Adorable. What a way to kick off the 34th annual Ameren Thanksgiving Day Parade. We will be right back.
They had their chance to do the right thing. Now they get to deal with us.
Your story aired on Wednesday. Thursday, we got a call for a meeting.
Don't get frustrated. Get News 4.
That's what I heard back from Lauren Traeger. I did reach out to other news stations, and I did not get a response.
We get results.
Without Chris Nagus, this would have been thousands of dollars worth of medical bills.
Thank you so much, Lauren.
At News 4, we're watching out for you.
Mutual of Omaha, we listen only to our customers, not to Wall Street, not to outside shareholders. We listen to you. For over 100 years, it's how we've built honest, compassionate, and lasting relationships. And so, that's how we begin, by listening. To see how we can recommend the insurance that makes sense for you, call 800-88-LISTEN or find an agent at mutualofomaha.com.
This holiday season, the Salvation Army needs your help. Tuesday, join KMOV for the Red Kettle Day of Giving. Help the Salvation Army, help those in need. For more information, visit KMOV.com/Salvation Army.
All these toys, $5 and below.
$5?
Yep.
$5?
Yep.
$1?
Yep. We're gonna need a bigger elf. That works. $5 below. Just go.
All aboard for the holidays at the National Museum of Transportation. Come see the E. Desmond Lee Holiday Train exhibit. Compare them to the real thing and say hi to Santa and his reindeer. Find out more at transportmuseumassociation.org.
This Black Friday only, join Planet Fitness for just $99 for one whole year. That's right. Join the one and only judgment-free zone for just $99 for 1 year. Get a ton of cardio and strength equipment, plus free fitness training, all for just $99 for 1 year. Don't miss this amazing deal. Join in-club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness. Join any St. Louis area Planet Fitness this Black Friday, November 23rd only, for just $99 for one whole year.
I hope you join me for a very special presentation as we help you get your holiday cooking started with recipes from this, the Better Homes and Gardens Cookbook. It's a recipe for the holidays.
Gringo Jones and me, we got things from Mexico. Gringo Jones and me, you're gonna find variety. Gringo Jones and me.
Welcome back to this 34th annual, Ameren Thanksgiving Day Parade here in beautiful downtown St. Louis. We're so excited to be with you here today and share this beautiful parade, and especially to be able to talk about all the great support that we had to put it on.
And Ameren is arguably the biggest supporter. They have been the presenting sponsor for quite some time, and every day Ameren is working hard to provide reliable energy, reduce outages, and restore power faster than ever before. And with them, can't you see the Christmas in St. Louis ornament balloon?
Absolutely. And I believe, does Matt Chambers have another member of the Ameren organization that he wants to chat with?
I do, as a matter of fact, Kent and Lauren. We're going to touch on Ameren here one more time because, again, after all, it is the Ameren Thanksgiving Day Parade, and I'm joined by Michael Main, Chairman and President of Ameren, Missouri. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Happy Thanksgiving. Good morning.
I hate to tell you this, but you're being completely upstaged. Chuck, take a look at the ticket.
That's why I'm here. So,
are those turkey drumsticks on the head?
Drumsticks, yep.
Who is that? Is this your family here?
Yes, it is. We got Lisa and Patrick and Anna. And Cooper, most importantly.
And Cooper with the turkey drumstick headband. Ameren is well known, I think, in the community for being a very family-friendly company, and I think it speaks volumes that you get so many of your employees on a chilly holiday morning out here representing you in full force.
Absolutely. Well, it's a great family tradition. It's a great way to kick off the holiday season. We have over 100 volunteers here this morning, bringing Louie up the rear here, and so, yeah, it's great to see the volunteers within Ameren.
And for every volunteer we see with Ameren marching down Market Street right now, there's probably 5 or 6 who are actually on the clock right now, making sure that the ovens stay warm for the turkey.
Absolutely. Electricity is a 24/7 business, and so, yeah, we got people that are working today, and we appreciate all that they're doing as well. So
we appreciate your cooperation, your sponsorship in making this parade possible. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Thanksgiving to you, too. Great
guys,
to see you.
Great to see you, too. Back up to you.
Thank you, guys. Very nice. And we have the Belleville East High School Marching Band along with their flag corps down there right now.
They are led by Mark Tesseru. This is the 27th year they have been in this parade, and they are performing Christmas Tree March. Wrap up. Walking up next is the St. Louis City Fire Department Color Guard. They lead the way in many of our favorite local parades, of course.
And they are followed by our St. Louis Police Commissioner, Colonel John Hayden. Chief Hayden, appointed as the 35th Police Commissioner of Metropolitan Police Department in the city of St. Louis back in December of last year. He earned his degree in mathematics from Wash U right here in St. Louis. There's Mayor Cruson.
We also saw Fire Chief Dennis Jankerson. Chief Jankerson is a third-generation firefighter. Chief Jankerson very proud of his grandkids, so I have a feeling he's going to have a pretty busy day with them.
Amika Jackson Hicks, the mayor of East St. Louis, also seen there. Mayor Hicks, a passionate advocate for children on the east side, and the Honorable Vernon Betts as well, the sheriff of the city of St. Louis.
And the Mounted Patrol right here. The St. Louis Mounted Patrol, very proud members. They're in charge of patrolling the 1,300 acres of Forest Park on a 24-hour basis.
Maybe it's just me, and they also have a fire truck representing as well, which is always a lot of fun. Maybe it's just me. We always have those snowflakes painted on Market Street for this parade, but I think we have a lot more of them this year. Is it just me, or is that...
I think there are quite a few of them.
We are paved with snowflakes in downtown St. Louis this morning, and the irony of the fact is it's warming up nicely under beautiful blue skies overhead, and we're very, very excited about that.
I don't think anyone's complaining about the weather today, buddy.
Good to see our fire department and our first responders and, of course, all our city and metropolitan leaders represented in this parade. They could be home with their families very easily as well, so nice of them to come out and spend part of their Thanksgiving holiday with us here.
As we see some of those convertibles, we also want to say thank you to the Lou Fuse Automotive Network. They've graciously provided the convertibles for our VIPs to ride in today. You wouldn't think to ride in a convertible in late November, but it's working.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all, especially now that the sun's up and really starting to warm things up here in downtown St. Louis.
As you look into the distance, Kent, there's Vernon Betts, who you mentioned earlier, the sheriff. And as we look just a little bit into the distance, entering the broadcast booth, it is Louie the Lightning Bug. He's back.
Ameren, Missouri President Mike Mohm there. Ameren, Illinois President Richard Mark as well, and CEO Werner Baxter, and all of those folks. We've welcomed them. Here comes the balloon, 45 feet tall, holds more than 5,000 cubic feet of helium. Ameren employees, friends, and family are staffing that balloon. And fortunately, the winds are light today, so it's not too much of a task.
We will take that. He's one of my favorites in this parade.
He's a regular.
Yeah, accompanying the balloon is also Louie's bus. And Louie and all the Ameren workers want to remind everyone, if you see power lines down, don't hang around. Get away from them.
I love Louie, and I'm one of those guys that goes all the way back to Reddy Kilowatt, who was the old Union Electric mascot back in the day, so he's evolved
a little bit
to Louie the Lightning Bug there. But yeah, they're followed up by again some employees. Oh, they're going to make him do a little spin maybe. Oh, that'd be cool. Look how happy they all are to be out here. They got matching sweatshirts out of the deal,
and
too.
They look great.
And they're followed up by some of the utility trucks. We talked about that earlier, how important they are, especially to us. We're very aware of them in the Weather Center because they are out there working so hard during the snowstorms and the windstorms, tornadoes, when we're out of power, power's knocked out. And, of course, they're working 24/7 out there to get that power back on just as quickly as possible.
Play it safe around electricity. Another Ameren truck right there. We've said it many times, but I think it's worth saying again, Kent, thank you to the men and women of Ameren for being such a big supporter of this parade. And for all the volunteers out there walking around, spending their Thanksgiving morning out in downtown St. Louis.
No, like I said, they got a t-shirt, they got a sweatshirt out of the deal, so it's not such a bad trade. No, they are fantastic, and we appreciate their support so much. Could not put this, as we said during Great Day St. Louis, we could not put this parade on were it not for the partners that make it possible. And we like to kind of show off some of those folks as well and talk about the great contributions that they make to our community in manpower, in-kind donations, as well as just flat out writing checks too and keeping our locals up and running.
And that's one of the Union Electric trucks you mentioned. Yep. And then there you go, the big Ameren, Illinois truck.
Boy, they've got quite the contingent, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
That old truck you saw was restored by Ameren Missouri Fleet Service Mechanics to look just like the old Union Electric trucks that were used to haul the ladders and tools and transformers back around 1940.
And first queen of the day is Miss Missouri, Caitlin Lewis. She is a senior at Missouri Baptist University. She is studying accounting, and she volunteers with so many amazing organizations, the Ronald McDonald House, SSM Health, Cardinal Glennon Children's Foundation, and the Girl Scouts of Eastern Missouri. Is that a vet she's riding
That's a vet.
That is a nice looking one.
Yes, it is.
Miss Missouri, Caitlin Lewis.
You know, Mark Twain used to say the prettiest girls in the world, and he was well-traveled. And he used to say the prettiest girls in the world come from St. Louis.
I'm not going to argue with you on that one,
You're
Ken.
kind of a St. Louis girl.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Dr. Francis Levine is the Honorary Grand Marshal, President and CEO of the Missouri Historical Society, and he is with our Matt Chambers. Or maybe he's not.
He'll eventually probably be with our Matt Chambers.
Hopefully we'll get some guidance. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, she. It's a woman. Go ahead, Matthew.
Hey, guys, this is what we call an ambush interview. Are you ready for this? Dr. Francis Levine, how are you?
Fine, thank you. What a great day.
I don't know if you can see my lapel pin here, Chuck. Maybe you can get a tight shot of this. This commemorates the reopening just earlier this month of the Soldiers Memorial War Museum here in St. Louis. Yeah, as president of the Missouri Historical Society, you've got to be very proud of that milestone.
Enormously proud, and so happy to be a part of this parade today and celebrating that grand reopening. The opportunity to tell the story of the vets and service families in this region is just a tremendous, tremendous honor. So happy to be here today.
Well, happy Thanksgiving to you, and best wishes on the Missouri Historical Society oversees the Missouri History Museum, the newly renovated Soldiers Memorial, just to name a couple, guys.
Research Center.
And the Library and Research Center. Enjoy your day as Grand Marshal. It really did fill a void, Kent. I think you would agree when Soldiers Memorial reopened.
Absolutely.
Here in downtown
I mean,
St.
it got to the point where it just became a festival site, and people forgot the meaning behind a very important building here in St. Louis that has a lot of history and a lot of legacy, and it's even bigger and better now. So my apologies to Dr. Levine, and our thanks for being with us and talking to us about that, because that's been a big one in the past year.
And it looks fantastic now that it reopened just this month. We are excited to bring you another performance. This is the St. Louis Performance Academy as they honor our veterans with some Yankee Doodle Dandy.
If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. Today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Wow. Their performances are just fantastic.
Aren't they? And what
really
a
are.
great way to honor veterans and to say thank you to veterans on this Thanksgiving. That is the St. Louis Performance Academy. so much young talent in our area.
And good teaching, too.
I love it.
We get to see Janice every year out here that puts on and works with these kids, and it's so fantastic. This is the Veterans Community Project dedicated to supporting those who have served our country. They are building a specialized community of tiny homes with sites on there. You see one of the tiny homes right there on site for veterans, which is fantastic. All kind of self-contained. That's the way of the future, these mini homes. It's fantastic. Great work.
Just behind them, you see a little bit of the Wings of Hope airplane balloon. Wings of Hope is the largest volunteer-based aviation charity in the Midwest. They are celebrating, as you see, 15 years, and they have delivered humanitarian programs to 47 countries in their 53-year history. 15 years here in the
they're
St.
doing
Louis
a spin.
area.
Oh, and a dip. Very nice. They took a bow. Very nice. Nicely done. They have a medical relief and air transport program that started back in 2003, and they fly about 250 patients to access life-changing medical treatment across the area. Most are children with serious illnesses or life-threatening disability. Boy, do we appreciate the work that they do.
And coming up next is the Shriners Moolah Air Patrol. You're going to see a lot of Shriners units in today's parade. The Moolah Air Patrol is making its second appearance in the Ameren Parade. It's an association of pilots who fly burn victims and other injured children to Shriners facilities all over the country. They raise funds and help with ground transportation. And what's cool about that, Kent, several Shriners patients are part of that organization or that group that you just saw walking through.
Awesome. It's great to see. Well, here's Miss Missouri, USA, Mariah Lutke. She's cum laude graduate of Lindenwood and double emphasis in broadcast and print communications. Volunteers for the Big Brothers Big Sisters program and the Animal Protective Association of Missouri. Congratulations.
The John Ford Highland Pipe Band making their way into the broadcast booth of the Ameren Thanksgiving Day Parade. This is their 31st appearance in the parade, and they are used to parades, Kent. They have been in 4 Orange Bowl parades.
Well, there it is. It wouldn't be a parade without the big Schnucks cart, would it? The big shopping cart. That'll take your grocery shopping experience to a new level. That was founded in North St. Louis way back in 1939, the Schnucks Company. Family-owned grocery chain with more than 100 stores in 5 states. And they have one big, bad shopping cart.
A lot of people went to Schnucks before Thanksgiving.
All right, you are watching the 34th Annual Ameren St. Louis Thanksgiving Day Parade right here on KMOV Channel 4. We'll take a break and be back with more.
If you like your morning weather straightforward, consider this your wake-up call.
In about 15 minutes in Hazelwood, about a half an hour in Alton.
At News 4, we do more tracking before 9 a.m. than some weather teams do all day.
It's going to have an impact on your drive-in this morning.
270 northbound slowing down.
From fair skies to severe, today's forecast is clear. Team coverage from where you drive to where you're going. The leader in breaking news, weather, and traffic. Weekday mornings on News 4, watching out for you.
At Bob's, you never have to wait for some phony sale because we give you the same untouchable prices every day of the year. Like this dream sectional sofa. Stylish and supremely comfortable. It's an incredible $19.99 every day.
Don't move.
Oopsies. This low price is here to stay, which is why I'm getting it tattooed on my arm. Well, that didn't hurt a bit. Do you smell mahogany?
Bob's Discount Furniture.
Nobody tell Mom about this.
To us, the holidays are about family. Sharing special moments with loved ones. The smiles, the laughter.
The excitement of the holiday spirit. Just simply being together.
While the Fuse family grew up celebrating the season with their loved ones,
Perfect.
they've also enjoyed being the family to drive yours. Happy holidays from the Lou Fuse Automotive family.
Let's talk GE appliances. First of all, what do you prefer? Professional and European, restaurant-inspired, modern with clean lines?
Each GE appliance collection has a distinct appearance and personality, so it's never been easier to choose a suite that fits you.
Now you can choose any inspiration with the GE product line, as well as a variety of finishes like stainless steel, black stainless, slate, and black slate, and they're all on display.
With rebates up to $1,500 on select packages.
Shop local and save money at the appliance discounters.
Dave Murray here to tell you about my friends at John Beal Roofing. The John Beal Roofing team replaced my roof. They were professional, they were courteous, and they cleaned up after the job. And now for a limited time only, they'll replace your roof for only $1.99 a square foot. That's right, they're going to remove your old roof, install a new roof for only $1.99 a square foot. Now, John tells me this is a limited time offer, so I'd call my friends today at John Beal Roofing, 1-800-NEW-ROOF.
Welcome back to our Ameren St. Louis Thanksgiving Day Parade. We're enjoying the music of the Melville High School Band, marking its 21st appearance in the Ameren Thanksgiving Day Parade, accompanied by students from Washington and Burkle Middle School. Maybe that's Berkeley, located in South County, Missouri, right here. The 180-member Melville Band is directed by Dr. Dennis Swanger.
Kent, I'm always amazed by these high school bands because they're so good, they're so polished, they could easily pass for a college band.
What you don't see are the dozens and dozens of parents and grandparents, seriously, that donate their time and volunteer to raise money so that these kids can travel to the different events that they get to go to, which is not cheap, as you know, and all of the instruments and the uniforms and everything that goes along with it. It's a band life, that's for sure, and a lot of dedication, and we appreciate it.
They look festive with their Santa hats on today, too.
It does look good, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Before every parade, I hear from the band grandmas and parents saying, hey, show as much of the band as you can. So here you go. Enjoy. It looks like the Ashley Leanne Dance Company is making their way into the broadcast booth. They contribute to food outreach, and we appreciate that. Kids from this dance company have performed with the Muni, also the Fox, and special events all around St. Louis. Oh, I like that. The newspaper retriever dog balloon, of course, sponsored by Nestle Purina Pet Care. He carries a rolled-up newspaper that is 20 foot wide, and this float is 40 feet tall, uses almost 4,000 cubic feet of helium. Nestle Purina Pet Care and its iconic checkerboard logo have been a staple in the St. Louis community for over 120 years. 2,000 people work at the Purina facility, and they're able to bring their pets to work every single day.
You ever been down in that building?
I have. It's beautiful.
It is crazy how many pets there are. The people walking around with the dogs.
And there we see one.
That's right, and it's really a great place to be. It really, really is. We got Puppy and Kitty for Christmas, sponsored by Purina Pet Care, a magnificent Nestle Purina float. Employees and friends are passing out dog treats to all the four-legged parade goers that are here today. So if people did bring their dog, and several of them did, and they also had their red and white Purina checkerboard scarves on. Our friends at Nestle Purina Pet Care are active here in St. Louis and across the country, feeding dogs and cats in hundreds of pet shelters with high-quality nutrition.
With them is the River King Newfoundland Club. I'm not overly familiar with these dogs, but man, they are beautiful.
I love the Newfoundlands, and it's great weather for them.
With their heavy coat?
Yeah.
I think so. They are known for their swimming capabilities, and they've saved many lives. As you mentioned, their coats, perfect for today's weather, and they can weigh up to 120 pounds. big dogs.
They're out here every year. Seems like the club is big. They have a really good representation out here this year. Lots of beautiful dogs. There's Miss Missouri Outstanding Teen USA, Abilene Lortz. There's a distinct difference between Missouri and Missouri USA. So this is the, again, Miss Missouri Outstanding Teen USA, Abilene Lortz, a freshman honor student from St. James and a member of the St. Louis Science Center leadership team and recipient of the Show Me Service Award.
And right now, this is the City of Florissant Valley of Flowers. They, of course, are located in Florissant, a 54-year tradition that we highlight on Great Day St. Louis every October. It's a 3-day festival that features carnival games, a flea market, culturally diverse musical performance, and much more. More than 70,000 people enjoy the festival each and every year.
And there's what's become a very familiar sight here and a part of our community, the Wells Fargo Advisors Stagecoach, 6,200 locations throughout the country. Matt is with Tim Kurtz from Wells Fargo. Matthew?
Yes, Kent and Laura, needless to say, Wells Fargo Advisors has a long historical connection to the city of St. Louis. Tim Kurtz with Wells Fargo knows something about that. Happy Thanksgiving again.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving, Matt.
So tell me a little bit about this long connection to the city, to the Gateway City here.
Yeah, the history of the Stagecoach dates back to 1857 here in St. Louis. Back then, the Overland Mail Company used to run 2 routes per week from St. Louis to San Francisco, and that route grew to be one of the largest stagecoach routes in the world.
And not exactly the mode of transportation we're accustomed to these days. Frankly, we're spoiled. Give me a sense for what stagecoach travel was like in those days.
It definitely wasn't fun and luxurious. The stagecoach ran at a whopping 5 to 12 miles per hour. It took 25 days to make the trip from St. Louis to San Francisco. And as you can imagine, they stopped very seldom unless they had to change out horses or maybe for a bite to eat.
I think I'll stick with my Ford. Yeah, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Tim. We appreciate it. Of course, Kent and Laura, Wells Fargo makes it possible for us to broadcast this parade, so we appreciate that very much.
Speaking of broadcasting, the Storm Mode Silverado.
It does exist.
It does exist.
We always see the scene from the inside out, but now you're looking from the outside in at that truck that's out every morning, scanning the streets and the highways, and especially during storm season, whether it be snow or heavy rain, out on the streets keeping track of everything for us. And our KMOV unit, you saw some of the employees and managers and crew that we get the privilege of working with every day at Channel 4, and we love them all.
It is a privilege to work with all of them. Let's see, coming up next, looks like we have a dancing performance.
Looks like it is.
These are the Outstanding Dance Stars. More than 130 units are in today's Thanksgiving Day Parade. We appreciate each and every one of them. We're not even halfway through. There will be more floats, more performances.
And look at all the people lining the streets here in downtown St. Louis that come back every year and make this part of their Thanksgiving celebration. And that's Mikey Wren. He's the honorary junior grand marshal. And Matt is going to run up and stick the microphone in his face and get a quick interview. Go get him,
guys,
Matt.
What were you doing when you were 8 years old? Because I'll tell you what Mikey Wren was doing. He was launching his empire. How are you, Mr. Honorary Junior Grand Marshal?
Good.
So tell me about this company, Mikey's Munchies Vending. What do you do?
I sell vending machines and I also offer my service to other people.
And now you're teaching other young people in your age range how to do this, right?
Yes.
And at the ripe old age of 11 years old, you've written how many books now?
2.
Can you come maybe give a Thanksgiving Day seminar at my house for my kids later today?
Yes.
Enjoy the rest of your Thanksgiving, buddy. He's got a great seat here for the Thanksgiving Day Parade. Mikey Wren, the honorary junior grand marshal. We've got some catching up to do, my friends.
How cool. Oh, what a special kid. I have a feeling we're going to hear Mikey Wren's name a lot more, Kent, over the next few decades.
I hope so.
I hope so,
I hope
too.
so. There's the Art Museum float. Of course, the Art Museum located in Forest Park. And Art Hill got a workout the other day with our snowfall, our early November snowfall. Perfect place to escape from a cold winter day in the Art Museum. If you love the cold weather, how about engaging in a St. Louis tradition? And the next time there's snow, take the day off and go sledding down Art Hill.
Couldn't agree more.
You're not a St. Louisan if you haven't been down Art Hill on a sled.
I might not be a St. Louisan then, Ken.
Well,
I have not done that yet. I will.
All right, we've got a interview regarding Forest Park with Matt Chambers. Matt, take it away.
Guys, it is so easy, whether it's Thanksgiving or Christmas or sledding down Art Hill, to take Forest Park for granted. It's just so ingrained in our local community, but Steven Schenkenberg knows it takes a lot to keep that place up and running. He is with Forest Park forever. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Happy Thanksgiving to you and the viewers.
It really is such a critical part of this city, isn't it?
You know, when people think about sort of that heart and soul of St. Louis and the region, Forest Park is right up there. 13 million people a year come, stay healthy, explore culture, connect with family and friends. You know, last week during the snowstorm, Art Hill was packed with thousands of people. Yesterday, temperature spiked to the 50s. People are golfing, they're running the path, they're doing push-ups, they're doing family photos by the Grand Basin. It's an amazing place.
The reality is, private donations are so incredibly important. Tell me about that and how people can help out.
Sure, so we're a nonprofit conservancy, and we partner with the city of St. Louis to care for Forest Park. We're honored to do so. And every year, our donors provide more than half the dollars necessary to restore and sustain the park. And we've got 10,000 or so supporters. We are so grateful for their support, and right now we are on our year-end For the Love of the Park membership and support drive, generously sponsored once again by Enterprise Holdings Foundation. Perfect time to become a new member, 50% off. You can give an additional gift or just a donation. ForestParkForever.org/love is the URL with all the goods.
And coming up right here on Channel 4 on December 12th, right? A day for Forest Park. So we'll tune in for that.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We can't wait.
Happy Thanksgiving, Stephen. Best of luck to you. Yes, my friends, Forest Park, a great place to be any day of the year, but especially in the holiday season. Back to you.
Totally agreed. All right, we've got a performance now from the Oakville High School Golden Girls. Let's listen in and watch.
Starts with purpose. Protect the vulnerable. Get answers from those skillful at avoiding questions.
Slumlords are allowing these people to live in these conditions.
Add the know-how that comes from covering these streets for 5 decades.
Things are happening very fast.
And the resources to get the job done. Like you, we have a stake in the outcome. This is our city, and this is your news. Weeknights at 10, only on News 4. Watching out for you.
AARP in St. Louis is hosting the Pickleball Classic on Saturday, December 8th at Veta West in St. Peters. We have all the equipment you need for the day, plus a free sports bag, t-shirt, instruction, and more. Register today for the AARP Pickleball Classic. Visit aarp.org/KMOV. Find hot prices at Buckheit this Black Friday. Great gifts under $20, under $10. You'll even find free items. Hot prices on tools, kitchen cabinets, dog toys, clothes, boots, and so much more. Hurry to Buckheit. These hot prices won't last.
All these toys, $5 and below.
$5?
Yep.
$5?
Yep.
$1?
Yep. We're gonna need a bigger elf. That works. $5 below. Just go.
At Mutual of Omaha, listening is the most important part of our job. To hear what our customers have to say, to learn what matters to you, so we can recommend the kind of insurance that makes sense. For you, for your family, for your future. So, that's how we begin, by listening. To see how we can ensure the future you hope for, call 800-88-LISTEN or find an agent at mutualofomaha.com.
I'm Andrew Suntrup. Get Black Friday deals all month at Suntrup Ford Westport and Suntrup Ford Kirkwood. With over 500 vehicles to choose, you'll find amazing prices that fit any budget.
Get the Ford Escape up to $6,500 off MSRP. Or all-in-stock Ford F-150 XLTs up to $11,500 off MSRP. Still the best-selling truck in America. Black Friday prices all month. Suntrup Ford Westport, the corner of Page and Lindbergh, and Suntrup Ford Kirkwood, or online at suntrupford.com.
In Branson, we celebrate Christmas the traditional way. Then we add more lights, shows, parades, and holiday festivities for good measure. Because it's a Branson tradition to make your holiday tradition unforgettable. ExploreBranson.com.
AARP in St. Louis is hosting the Pickleball Classic on Saturday, December 8th at Veta West in St. Peters. We have all the equipment you need for the day, plus a free sports bag, t-shirt, instruction, and more. Register today for the AARP Pickleball Classic. Visit aarp.org/KMOV.
Welcome back to the Ameren Thanksgiving Day Parade. Kent Earhart alongside Laura Hediger and the pride of Breeze, Illinois, Mater Dei Catholic High School Band back again for this year's parade.
The Knights, and they have a beautiful band, 64 members in it, under the direction of Blake Cordy. Today, they are performing Angels We Have Heard on High. Illinois isn't too far away, but they had a little bit of a drive this morning.
There's Louie and Fredbird
coming together. I love when our teams unite, and the kids just love seeing those two.
They do. They do. Hey, Fredbird!
Do you think Fredbird eats turkey? Or is that a little foul?
Yeah, I see
Thank
what you
you.
did there.
I'll be here for another hour.
Oh, that's great. The kids love them, and they are having a blast down there. They got the St. Louis Blues Cruiser down there. They've got the St. Louis Blues Street Team.
Fredbird is heckling Matt Chambers. We have it all.
Team Fredbird. It's all down there. That's great. That's St. Louis Sports Nation down there is what that is. It's great to see them.
The Blues played last night in Nashville.
Yeah, that's all we'll say about that.
I'm leaving it at that. The Gateway 2 Cylinder Club, as we peer to see what is happening. Oh, is someone behind me?
Uh-oh.
Oh, gosh.
This never ends well.
And look what he's wearing, blue.
He's wearing the new, look at this. Come around here. Okay, buddy.
Be careful, though.
Be very careful.
Hi,
There he is. Oh, we got your best side.
Shake your tail feather. This looks good. The announcement just made on Monday. The Baby Blues back.
That's right.
They
Next
bring
year,
out your
select
eyes.
games. Fred Bird and the rest of the Cardinals will be wearing their powder blue jerseys, and we'll look forward to seeing it. Thank you, Fred. Good to see you, buddy. All right, we've got the Missouri Athletic Club represented down there with the float, Laura.
Love the
Celebrating
MAC.
100-plus years of athleticism. The Missouri Athletic Club reminds us that there is so much fun to be had indoors and outdoors.
The
MAC hosted events at the 1904 Olympics.
Didn't mean to cut you off there,
right.
Matt. The Salvation Army Giant Kettle, also where we are going to speak with Matt Chambers, who has an interview with some of the men and women with the Salvation Army.
Indeed I do, guys. This is Captain Scott Strissel. Captain, happy Thanksgiving to you.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, too.
We all know what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. The red kettles will show up outside some of our favorite retailers. Your volunteers will be ringing the bells. Tell me why this time of year is so important for you.
Well, you know, the need has never been so great. And the Red Kettle campaign has been out for 128 years, making it one of the longest-running campaigns in the world. So we really are calling upon our community to give and give generously to the Salvation Army and to the Red Kettle campaign.
And what are you able to do with those funds that make such a difference in people's lives?
Oh, you know, we're able to provide food, clothing, and assistance in many different ways, impacting thousands of people in the St. Louis area. And so we're just calling upon the community to give and give generously.
Wouldn't be Christmas time without the Red Kettles and the Salvation Army. Captain, thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving. Guys, give well and give frequently.
Good point. Absolutely. There's the Gateway Guardians.
Keeping our city safe.
Let's hope so anyway.
Superheroes from our community. Their ranks are made up of nurses, dance instructors, police officers, and many other who volunteer for hospital visits, personnel visits, and charitable functions.
That's great. It's good work if you can find it.
To be a superhero?
Well, to go into the hospitals and bring a little cheer and a little excitement to the kids. That's great.
Coming up next is the Ginning Warriors Marching Band. It is their third year performing in this parade, but they are no stranger to parades. They perform in the Annie Malone Parade, also America's Birthday Parade. The band consists of students at the junior and senior high school levels in Jennings in North County, not far from downtown at all.
Brought their dancers too. Awesome.
When you sign up for band, Kent, you don't always realize you're going to be doing stuff on the holidays. So, of course, we appreciate all the band members, all the parents, and all of their grandparents,
Huge commitment.
too.
Hey, we're glad you've joined us for this Thanksgiving Day Parade brought to you by Ameren and KMOV Channel 4, among our other partners. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back. We're only halfway home, folks. We got a whole another hour of parade to go. And, of course, at the end of the line, it's the big guy, Mr. Claus. Stay tuned.
Six Flags Holiday in the Park, the biggest and brightest holiday celebration. Over 1 million lights and thrilling coasters. Now through Cyber Monday, buy 2 passes for just $99. Get a free parking pass and Holiday in the Park free.
St. Louis Zoo is an integral part of the fabric of this community. This is a place where you can be a tourist in your own town. I personally love the zoo because this is a place where we connect people with living things. And you can hear it. You can hear the joy. It's an amazing feeling. We're a great research organization, a great conservation organization, great education organization. But really, we're a fabulous place to visit with your family. It's your zoo. We all have the extraordinary privilege of taking care of it for you. I'm Jeffrey Bonner, and I'm St. Louis proud.
Come on in. Let the Broadway magic begin at Disney's Aladdin. Audiences and critics agree. Aladdin is fabulous and extravagant and exactly what you wish for. Aladdin, the hit Broadway musical.
Don't miss Aladdin, now on stage at the Fabulous Fox through November 25th. Tickets at metrotix.com.
Friday, 9 a.m., the Kettle River Furniture and Bedding Black Friday event begins.
3 days of unbeatable savings on leather sectionals, reclining, living rooms, dining, bedrooms, mattresses, store-wide.
Factory discounts on FlexSteel, Lazy Boy, Canadel, Serta, and Tempur-Pedic.
4 years, 0% financing.
Delivery before the holidays?
Double yes.
Save thousands.
The Kettle River Furniture and Bedding Unbeatable Black Friday Sale, Edwardsville.
It's time for Bassett's Black Friday sale and time to gift yourself this year. Half-off savings start online today and continue in stores on Black Friday. All accent chairs and recliners are half off, so don't miss out. Plus, half off popular styles, so you can find designs for any room in the house. And save 30% store-wide. Don't miss the chance to gift yourself this year. Plus, get special financing online today during Bassett's Black Friday sale.
Six Flags Holiday in the Park. Spectacular lights and thrilling coasters. Don't miss the Cyber Sale. Now through Cyber Monday. Buy 2 passes for just $99 with a free parking pass and free Holiday in the Park. Offer ends Cyber Monday.
Welcome back to the 34th Ameren Thanksgiving Day Parade, brought to you in beautiful downtown St. Louis. The bands are such a big component of this parade, and right now the McClure South Berkeley High School Marching Band is getting ready to perform a combination of sleigh ride, jingle bells, and 24-karat magic.
Bring the most
Right there, Kent, is another helium balloon. This is Ski Bear.
We want to congratulate Wedgwood Elementary School. They collected the most cans for the food drive this year for the contest. And so congratulations and thanks for all the great work that you guys did. Great job. And this float that you see is sponsored by Arch Park Foundation. That's the old City Arch River, downtown St. Louis. Explore St. Louis. And this gateway hosts several free events, including Blues at the Arch, Arch Bark, and Yoga at Keener. And Matt Chambers has an interview.
Indeed, Samantha Fisher is with the great Gateway Arch Park Foundation. Tell us exactly what it is that you guys do.
We are the conservancy that helps support the Gateway Arch in the National Park and Keener Plaza. So, you know Forest Park forever and the work they do. Great work at Forest Park. We do the same. We raise money to help keep the park beautiful now and for years to come. We just finished great renovations, including this great Keener Plaza and the Winterfest ice rink. So we're here to get St. Louis excited about the Arch.
Big night tomorrow night, One Nation Night. What is that and how can people participate?
You're a fan of the Arch, the Blues, and the Cardinals, you should be down here.
That's everybody.
That's everybody, exactly. We're ice skating on Keener Plaza tomorrow from 4 until 8 p.m. Bring a toy for kids in need. We're collecting toys. We got Fredbird, Louie, alumni players from both teams. Come out, it's a great time.
Samantha, happy Thanksgiving to you. Boy, when she puts that on you, if you're a fan of the Arch or the Cardinals or the Blues,
there's not much left.
You can't say no, right?
One Nation Night tomorrow. Good
awesome
stuff.
If you haven't seen the Winterfest and the ice skating rink down here, it's very, very exciting. So we're going to watch the Judy Best Dance Company perform right now. That got my blood going, that one.
Another great
It
performance.
was awesome.
We
Way
say
to
it
go,
all
girls.
the time. So much young talent in our area, and we love showcasing it.
And all the moms and the dads and the grandmas and the grandpas and the aunts and the uncles who are glued to the TV. Make sure you got this recorded.
Did you see her? Did you see her? She was right there.
Now, this is Voyager Local number 38 of the 40 and 8. Now, let me explain. This is an organization called, in English, the Society of 40 Men and 8 Horses that was started back in World War I in France. So this is a narrow gauge railroad boxcar that could carry either 40 men and their gear or 8 horses back and forth to the front.
And coming up behind them, this is Tammy's Tumbling out of Bridgeton, Missouri. This is so cool. Flip-flops and back handsprings. I saw a couple of the girls doing tucks. Kent, I have tumbled in many parades. Their hands are going to feel it for the next few weeks.
I'll bet. The wrists, yes.
Oh.
And we also have, is that still Tammy's Tumbling? I don't know. Those are little Santa's elves there.
Looks like it. Tammy's Tumbling and Dance Center. Cute costumes.
There they are.
You're the proud dad of dancing.
Oh, that's not cute. I don't need to see that.
That's
I
an
don't
interesting
wanna see
look.
That. No, that's a proud dad right there is what that is. Willing to do whatever it takes for his kid. That's awesome.
Even wearing
Love
the skirt.
it. All right, the Moolah Chanters are up next, I believe.
And the Shriners Circus also. As I mentioned earlier, a lot of Shriners representation during this parade, and we're so proud of the Shriners that we have on Interstate 64 and all the work that they are doing for so many young kiddos, really from all over the world.
Shriners have always had a great presence in our fair city. So this is Miss River City Outstanding Teen Allison Neal, I believe.
She's a student at Oakville Senior High School.
And she's followed by the Moolah Mounted Lancers. Their slogan, "We ride so children can walk."
It's a pretty good motto.
I would say the Lancers would like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and I'm guessing Happy Thanksgiving as well. You're watching Channel 4's coverage live from downtown St. Louis of the 34th Annual Ameren Thanksgiving Day Parade.
We'll be right back.
6 weeks ago, someone calling themselves God started sending me people in need of help.
Are you any closer to finding the mystery person behind the God account?
Not yet, but it's only a matter of time.
And when we find them, we put an end to this once and for all.
Miles, you need to see this. He's definitely behind the God account.
No need for answers.
Everyone wants to know the truth.
New God Friended Me. CBS Sunday after 60 Minutes.
At AT&T, we believe in access, the opportunity for everyone to explore a digital world full of possibilities, connecting with family, friends, and the things that matter most. And because nothing keeps us more connected than the internet, we've created Access from AT&T. If a member of your household is a SNAP participant, you may qualify for home internet at a discounted rate of $10 a month. No commitment, deposit, or installation fee. Visit att.com/access now to learn more.
Every parent wishes for a healthy child. But what happens when a baby in Chesterfield can't breathe on his own? Or a little boy in Granite City is born with a heart defect? A daughter from Webster Groves is diagnosed with leukemia. And a little girl in the Ville lives with diabetes. That's when we come together as one community. From Alton to Arnold, Eureka to Edwardsville, Fenton to Ferguson. So a little boy can attend his first summer camp, and a daughter dance at her first prom. Funding research that can lead to discoveries in pediatric medicine, and providing expert care for kids in every neighborhood. So a baby born 3 months premature can go home to his mother's arms, and every kid has the chance to experience the magic of childhood. Become a guardian of childhood. Donate to St. Louis Children's Hospital.
Save $14,550 on a new 2018 Silverado All-Star Crew. You save 30%. Our biggest Jack Friday savings ever. Big selections, huge savings, and no surprises. Get in on the happy now at Jack Smith Chevy of Wood River.
It's easy to shop local, and you can't get any more local than me and my sister Denise.
We're proud to say that we were born and raised in St. Louis, and we make it easy to shop at the appliance discounters.
You'll see a huge selection of appliances like GE, Bosch, and Thermador, tastefully displayed in kitchen suites.
You'll be greeted by a friendly and knowledgeable sales staff. Your appliance selection and service will always be at the very lowest price, and should you have any questions or need service after the sale, you can speak directly to us.
So be proud of your purchase.
And shop local at the appliance discounters.
All aboard for the holidays at the National Museum of Transportation. Come see the E. Desmond Lee Holiday Train exhibit. Compare them to the real thing and say hi to Santa and his reindeer. Find out more at transportmuseumassociation.org.
We welcome you back with the musical stylings of Northwest High School, the marching band directed by Brett Dunsford. They are playing Jingle in the Hall of the Good King. They've won a lot of awards throughout the Midwest for music and also artistry. Fantastic.
Really good. All these bands are so fantastic. There's Miss Metro St. Louis, Simone Esters. She's a junior at the University of Missouri studying journalism. Also a featured twirler for the Marching Mizzou band and volunteers for the Children's Miracle Network. Congratulations, Simone.
Right after her is the Eagle College Prep Dance Squad. And Eagle stands for expecting academic greatness with a loving emphasis. We can appreciate that one.
Yeah.
Their goal is to have all of their students grow as community leaders. I love all the smiles on this Thanksgiving morning.
You have to understand that they've been marching for some time now.
Yes.
And kind of for them, the whole payoff is at the end. Right when they end, they're on TV. And so they've been marching. They're tired. They're cold in some cases, maybe hot, hungry. They've been out all morning long, standing in line, waiting to go. And they get to the very end, and that's the moment of truth. And that's when they have to remember that mom and dad and grandma are watching. Six Flags Character Float, sponsored by Six Flags St. Louis, of course. And they'll kick off their third annual Holiday in the Park tomorrow. Let's check in with Matt Chambers.
Guys, I can't believe I was able to land this interview. This is Elizabeth Gotway from Six Flags. I'm being pelted with snowballs. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I'm just surprised you made it downtown because tomorrow, literally tomorrow, you kick off the third annual Holiday in the Park. Tell me about it.
Tomorrow at 2 o'clock, Holiday in the Park kicks off, officially kicking off the Christmas season, and we are so excited to be hosting our third annual event. We have over 1 million lights. The park is just totally transformed into a winter wonderland. It is absolutely beautiful.
And in the spirit of Black Friday, I should tell everybody at home that you have a tremendous offer if somebody's looking for a season pass, right?
Yes, we do. We have our cyber sale going on. People should go to the website and check it out. Great deal. You can come to Holiday in the Park. You get some free friend tickets. You can come all next year. It's really great.
Thank you so much, and happy Thanksgiving to you.
You too, Matt.
Get in on the big Black Friday Blitz, guys. And by the way, Holiday in the Park out there at Six Flags, it's one of my new holiday favorites. It's a really neat experience.
Fantastic addition to Six Flags St. Louis. And as Matt and Elizabeth were talking, we saw the Model T Ford Club go by. This is the Starbound Dance Group celebrating its 16th season. They have danced everywhere, Disney World, SeaWorld, and in last year's Ameren Thanksgiving Day Parade.
And there's Monopoly Man from the Edward Jones Investment folks. And all the folks that are manning the balloon today. His official name is Rich Uncle Pennybags. Debuted with the game of Monopoly way back in 1936.
Be a fun weekend to play Monopoly.
You think?
Why not? After you digest the turkey, play some Monopoly.
Yes.
Goes well.
We have some great floats in this parade.
We do. I love all the big balloons. And then coming up right behind them is Together We Dance. They are committed and dedicated to the art form of dance. They perform all styles of dance, ballet, jazz, tap, many more. A lot of great dance troupes in today's parade. Oh, their costumes are fun.
They are. It's a good-looking bunch.
Yeah, I like those earmuffs and the skirts.
I like the fact that there's still kids that are interested in doing ballet and jazz and tap. That's I think that impresses me more than anything else. I love to see the opening ceremonies for this when we see all those smiling young faces and the great performers. All
Kid,
right.
we have some sharks on the parade.
Watch the one on the left there.
I always watch the left shark. The St. Louis Aquarium, of course, Union Station. Let's go to Matt Chambers with another interview.
Guys, I think we're so buried in the holiday season right now that we're not thinking ahead to next year. The word aquarium is going to be top on the Google search list, I think, for St. Louis next year. Cameron Schoeffel is with St. Louis Union Station. This thing's going to open in 2019. Is that true?
That is true. Yeah, we're super excited about it in late fall of 2019.
That's amazing. And it's more than just an aquarium, too. Tell me about the whole elaborate plan.
Yeah, so we've got a Ferris wheel, we've got a mirror maze, we've got 2 new restaurants going in, so we're really excited about it. There's it's going to be a real attraction here in St. Louis, so it's going to be really exciting.
And then eventually we'll start hearing more and more about the St. Louis Aquarium Foundation to sort of preserve and make sure that this can continue in the years ahead, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's something we're really proud of and want to incorporate, our local water, shed area and just, it's an important thing for St. Louis, and we're excited about it.
There's going to be local species out there and species from around the globe, too. We cannot wait. Just promise Kent and Laura and I that we're the first ones to go in.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's told everybody that, I'm sure. But we're excited about it. 2019, guys, right around the corner.
I can't tell you how excited I am about that. That is going to be awesome. All right, we're going to take a break as we get closer and closer to the big moment. We've still got a ways to go before we end things with Santa Claus, and a lot still to go in this, our 34th annual Ameren St. Louis Thanksgiving Day Parade.
If you like your morning weather straightforward, consider this your wake-up call.
In about 15 minutes in Hazelwood, about a half an hour in Alton.
At News 4, we do more tracking before 9 a.m. than some weather teams do all day.
It's going to have an impact on your drive-in this morning.
270 northbound, slowing down.
From fair skies to severe, today's forecast is clear. Team coverage from where you drive to where you're going. The leader in breaking news, weather, and traffic. Weekday mornings on News 4, watching out for you.
This Black Friday only, join Planet Fitness for just $99 for one whole year. That's right. Join the one and only judgment-free zone for just $99 for 1 year. Get a ton of cardio and strength equipment, plus free fitness training, all for just $99 for 1 year. Don't miss this amazing deal. Join in-club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness. Join any St. Louis area Planet Fitness this Black Friday, November 23rd only, for just $99 for one whole year.
Dickey Bub Farm and Home's biggest sale of the year is Black Friday, starting at 6 a.m. Amazing deals on the Bally SS Kayak for $99 or Carhartt's Workman Jacket for $49. Get to Dickey Bub Farm and Home for even more Black Friday specials.
AARP in St. Louis is hosting the Pickleball Classic on Saturday, December 8th at Veta West in St. Peters. We have all the equipment you need for the day, plus a free sports bag, t-shirt, instruction, and more. Register today for the AARP Pickleball Classic. Visit aarp.org/KMOV.
Do you know why Christmas is my favorite time of the year?
See Adagio on Ice.
It's Branson's #1 choice for the holidays. I guarantee it.
Welcome back to the 34th annual Ameren St. Louis Thanksgiving Day Parade. We are coming back with the Normandy High School Marching Band, and they are directed by Bernard Long Jr., playing So This Is Christmas by John Lennon.
And coming up next is Miss Fleur-de-Lis, Holly Inowski. She's a junior at the University of Missouri, and she's worked for the Missouri Corn Growers Association to promote healthy food choices, and she volunteers for the Children's Miracle Network. And right after her, the Rittner High School cheerleaders and dance team.
Wow, that's a big group.
It is, and they are going to compete for the first time at the National Cheerleaders Association Midwest Open Championship coming up on January 12th right here in St. Louis.
It's a lot of cheerleaders and dancers. Rittner was my arch rival in Pattonville and Rittner. Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
They're kind of neighbors out there.
Well, we're happy you made up with them enough to allow them in the parade.
We're definitely made up. Yeah, absolutely. Pea Ridge Forest Tree Farm sponsors the Snowman Jingle helium balloon. Santa enjoyed his 15 minutes of fame in the box office hit Jingle All the Way, of course starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and comedian Sinbad back in 1996. This balloon stands 25 feet tall, 15 feet wide, and uses 6 tanks of helium to stay full.
I'm glad he's the snowman around here and not snowmen on the ground. This weather could not be better for this parade.
After all the snow we had last week, can you believe we melted just about every bit of that, and the sun is out, and we're going to hit 60-something degrees today.
When's the last time a Thanksgiving in St. Louis was that nice weather-wise?
I don't remember one recently, but I could be wrong.
Well, enjoy it. Enjoy it.
National T-Bucket Alliance is a group of family-oriented hot rod enthusiasts who enjoy using their cars for enjoyment and for the pleasure of others, and we're enjoying getting a look at them here today. The group enjoys giving rides and putting smiles on everybody's faces. And there's, they got the Grinch.
He's a mean one.
He is.
Oh, that's a fun car.
Yeah.
Looks like behind them we have the Chinese Heritage Society. I saw their dragon making their way into the broadcast box here on Market Street.
I think they have the taiko drummers too.
The colors are just beautiful.
Well, I forget sometimes because we're sitting here outside watching this on a big screen TV, seeing what you see at home while this goes on behind us. But HD TV, how great is HD TV? I mean, the colors and the spectacle and everything about what we're seeing here. It used to be, I don't know if TV does it justice, but now it is. It really is. It's gorgeous.
It is. $130 different groups committed to being in this parade today. We appreciate all of them.
I'd like to say it goes off without a hitch, but it never goes off without a hitch.
Does anything?
Nothing ever goes off without a hitch. Not when you have 130 different groups of people trying to get in line and perform and everything else. But somehow, every year, we pull it off. And that's the drum corps that's associated with the Chinese Heritage Society that you see.
We know many of you watching at home right now are in the kitchen, busy preparing your Thanksgiving feast. We are so thankful you decided to spend part of your Thanksgiving with us here at Channel 4.
And we want to remind you to remind the kids, if they're not watching, if they're playing Fortnite, or if they're maybe playing outside in the good weather, we're less than a half an hour away from the big guy.
Santa?
Yeah.
Or Matt Chambers?
Well, that too.
Both of them.
His official entrance will be at the end of this parade, and it's always a very exciting moment. All right, let's go down to Matt Chambers, and I believe he has someone to talk to from the Fox Theater.
I do. You're going to recognize
there he
this.
is.
Yeah. So Kent Earhart, one of my co-hosts, and I sat right next to each other 2 Friday nights ago at the fabulous Fox Theater to watch Disney's Aladdin. This guy plays the genie, and all I thought all night long was, whatever they're paying this guy, it ain't enough. This is Michael James Scott. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
You are unbelievable in this show. The level of charisma and energy you bring is off the charts. How do you do that night after night?
Oh, gosh. Well, a lot of turkey. Thinking about that today. That's how I'm doing it.
Right.
No, it's just so much fun. I mean, it's a dream job. It's a dream role. So for me, the audience, these amazing St. Louis audiences have given us amazing energy. So as soon as I feel that energy, I'm in.
And you have some St. Louis ties, too, right? You went to school back in the day.
I did. I went to Webster University. I went to the Conservatory Theater Arts program there. I graduated with my musical theater in my BFA, and I've come back and worked at the Muni, played roles there. So St. Louis is like a second home to me. So to be able to come here and be here is really wonderful and such a gift.
Well, here's the good news. You can carb load all you want today because the show is dark just for the Thanksgiving holiday, but then they're back on stage Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This is your last chance to get out and see this extravaganza.
Yes.
Welcome back to St. Louis and happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Happy. That's all good. All good. All good. Happy Thanksgiving.
I feel like I should get 3 wishes just for completing this interview. What do you think?
Well, you get 2 wishes and give him his freedom. That's how that works, remember?
Right.
That guy is unbelievable in Aladdin. He is off the charts.
Mm-hmm.
He is so talented. He makes that show. He really does.
You both raved about him.
Oh, he's fantastic in that role.
We have Santa rocking out right there.
Yeah, they might be a little out of order, but we've got Trucks for Kids coming up. We've got Mula Shriner's American Muscle Cars. We've got the Dance Experience coming up there. Ride for a Reason Incorporated is what you were looking at, a nonprofit organization dedicated to raising awareness of colon cancer.
We are going to take a short break. Much more from the 34th Annual Ameren Thanksgiving Day Parade coming up in 3 minutes.
They had their chance to do the right thing. Now they get to deal with us.
Your story aired on Wednesday. Thursday, we got a call for a meeting.
Don't get frustrated. Get News 4.
That's what I heard back from Lauren Traeger.
I did reach out to other news stations, and I did not get a response.
We get results.
Without Chris Nagus, this would have been thousands of dollars worth of medical bills.
Thank you so much, Lauren.
At News 4, we're watching out for you.
I was pregnant with my one and only child. My mother, I had to bury her while I was pregnant. I couldn't work because I was a high-risk pregnancy. I ended up losing my home. Everything had just fallen apart. The Salvation Army, they invest in people. It's just amazing the way they have helped me. I'm working now. We have a place, and things are coming back together. When I get to a place where that I can give back, I'm going to remember how they gave to me.
At the New Balance store, we're here to keep your feet happy and healthy. Our fit experts know exactly how to match your wellness goals and foot concerns to our wide selection of sizes and widths, so you can be sure that everything fits right and feels like it was made just for you. Stop by and experience the difference of your local New Balance store today. 3 stores in the St. Louis metro area: Creve Coeur, Richmond Heights, and Fairview Heights. More info at NewBalanceSt.Louis.com. Nationally known, locally owned. Only at New Balance St. Louis.
It's time for Bassett's Black Friday sale and time to gift yourself this year. Half-off savings start online today and continue in stores on Black Friday. All accent chairs and recliners are half off, so don't miss out. Plus, half off popular styles so you can find designs for any room in the house. And save 30% store-wide. Don't miss the chance to gift yourself this year. Plus, get special financing online today during Bassett's Black Friday sale.
Our friends at Speed Queen have done it again.
Now Speed Queen offers an impeccable wash and dependability without a transmission.
These heavy-duty washers are all driven by a new and improved 1 horsepower motor.
Tested to last up to 25 years in your home, Speed Queen is so confident with these washers that their warranties have been extended to 5 to 7 years, parts and labor. This coverage is worth $400 and it's free.
New and improved Speed Queen laundry at the lowest prices in town, only at The Appliance Discounters.
Shop any of our 6 locations or shop us online at theappliancediscounters.com.
And we welcome you back to this Thanksgiving Day celebration we like to call the Ameren St. Louis Thanksgiving Day Parade. We are here, Laura Hediger, myself, Kent Derhart, enjoying every single second of it, including all the marching bands.
The next one, Rittner High School, your rival.
But a good rival.
Good.
We love them.
They were honored recently at the Universal Studios Heritage Festival Day Parade. Another big band.
Yes, another good-sized band. Remember, they had their cheerleaders here.
And their dance team.
And dance team, yeah.
Santa hats. What a cute addition to their uniforms.
Adorable. There you go. There's the parents again, probably pitching in for the hats. Oh, we love the Gateway 500 mini Indy cars taking to the streets for the first time back in 1979. They promote Shriners Hospital, which of course treats children under 18 years of age at no cost to the parents. They never turn somebody down based on financial ability.
The Shriners all over our area do such a good job. Always love seeing all of their units in the parade. When I was growing up, though, whenever these guys and gals came by, my mom would always say, stand back, get out of their way, Laura.
You never know. They never seem to have a problem, though.
No. Love the confetti and all of the snowflakes on Market Street. And right there, Kent, we have a lot of good radio stations in town. This is Radio Through the Years. It's a float sponsored by iHeartRadio.
And more of those Performance Dance Studio students. Christmas music through the years. A little medley of tunes that they're going to perform to here.
Snow is falling. Singing fresh-baked cookies and eating clouds. These are the reasons everyone loves to feel like a kid at Christmas. Wait up for old St. Nick. Feel like a kid at Christmas. Just a snowman and a carrot stick will make you feel like a kid at Christmas. Fill up on Yuletide cheer. We're all kids at Christmas. Favorite time of year. Favorite time of year. So jolly, fires glow. Smell the holly as it keeps on snowing. Names on Milky and Turtle Dove. The reason for the season, everybody loves it. Feel like a kid at Christmas. Wait up for old St. Nick. Feel like a kid at Christmas. Just a snowman and a carrot stick will make you feel like a kid at Christmas. Fill up on Yuletide cheer. We're all kids at Christmas. Favorite time of year. Favorite time of year.
Yeah, I love it. Great performance by the Performance Dance Studio once again. Thank you, kids. Great job. Moms and dads, you should be very proud.
A lot of smiles. And they start practicing all of those, Kent, months before this. They've been hearing Christmas music for a while. And coming up next is Miss Forest Park, Debrielle Petit Merrill. She's a student at Northwest Missouri State University, where she's the president of her chapter of the Alpha Sigma Alpha sorority. She's also a member of the national champion Bearcat Steppers dance team, and she has a golden doodle.
Oh, good.
We always have to point out the pets.
His name is Wrigley. Now, this is usually the biggest contingent that we have at every parade, and that is the Girl Scout float. This one, Century of Promise, represents the community activities the Girl Scouts participate in across St. Louis and really the nation. Their mission is to help build girls of courage, confidence, and character who will not only sell those delicious cookies, but also make the world a better place for all.
And I love that some of them are wearing the cookie outfits. That makes me ready for Girl Scout cookie time.
I'm always ready for Girl Scout cookie
That's true. I wish it was year-round.
Yeah.
Great contingency of Girl Scouts. And this is the Supreme Royalty Step Team. It's an all-girls competitive and nationally ranked, mind you, step team from the St. Louis area. And their mission is to teach young ladies to be individually unique and to demonstrate how to work well with others.
And once again, as Mark Twain said, prettiest girls always come from St. Louis. And the original Corvette Club of St. Louis. This is always a favorite of mine. There's some great cars in this group. The original Corvette Club, founded back in 1979, when the Corvette was still being assembled right here in St. Louis. Of course, that's not the case anymore, but the club's cars range in age from the original 53 model to all the present-day version. All of the beauty queens in today's parade are being driven by members of the original Corvette Club of St. Louis. And of course, there's still some guys and gals around St. Louis that worked in the GM plant, the Chevy plant, and not the one in Wentzville, but the old one that actually manufactured and assembled the Corvettes back in the day. So we will love to see our Corvettes here again this year.
Are you a vet guy?
I love vets. I mean, I have a Porsche, but I mean, I love Corvettes. It's a great car, great value.
Fast car, too.
It's a fast car, yes.
Right after the vets, we have the Visitation Academy varsity cheer team. Viz cheerleaders are very good. They have a gal who won the #1 overall All-American cheerleader. They have 5 All-American cheerleaders, 13 All-American nominations. Kent, as a cheer dad, you know that's a big deal.
Absolutely. It's a huge deal. That's what they work for. I'm a cheer dance dad. We have the cheer dance life at my house.
It's a good one.
It is a very good one.
Looks like this is Miss Fleur de Lis, Outstanding Teen. Miss Haley Hebron. She's a junior at St. Dominic High School. She's an enthusiastic dancer who performs with the St. Charles Dance Company as well as the Performing Arts Center.
The Mid-America Teen Community Emergency Response Team teaches young people how to safely assist their families and emergency services personnel in the event of an emergency or natural disaster. Listen, we're going to be back. You don't want to go anywhere. This thing has been building and building. Coming up, a first ever visit by our nation's capital Christmas tree, a performance by a local contestant on The Voice, and
Santa. Stick with us. We will be right back.
AARP in St. Louis is hosting the Pickleball Classic on Saturday, December 8th at Veta West in St. Peters. We have all the equipment you need for the day, plus a free sports bag, t-shirt, instruction, and more. Register today for the AARP Pickleball Classic. Visit aarp.org/KMOV.
Schedule a test drive today. There's plenty of space available. The Volkswagen Drive to Decide event. Get a Volkswagen with America's best 6-year, 72,000-mile limited warranty. Right now, you can lease a value-packed 2018 Tiguan S for just $199 a month, or get a $1,000 bonus.
At AT&T, we believe in access, the opportunity for everyone to explore a digital world full of possibilities, connecting with family, friends, and the things that matter most. And because nothing keeps us more connected than the internet, we've created Access from AT&T. If a member of your household is a SNAP participant, you may qualify for home internet at a discounted rate of $10 a month. No commitment, deposit, or installation fee. Visit att.com/access now to learn more.
TDK is really proud to be an employer in St. Louis and growing in this community. It's about providing the best possible service to our customers and the best possible jobs to our employees. We have seen the impact that we've had. We are supporting St. Louis and our hometowns within the St. Louis community. This is a place that we can make things happen, and we've been able to do just that. I'm Kristen Tucker, and I'm St. Louis proud.
AARP in St. Louis is hosting the Pickleball Classic on Saturday, December 8th at Veta West in St. Peters. We have all the equipment you need for the day, plus a free sports bag, t-shirt, instruction, and more. Register today for the AARP Pickleball Classic. Visit aarp.org/KMOV.
Hey, welcome back to the 34th Annual Ameren Thanksgiving Day Parade from beautiful downtown St. Louis, brought to you by the good folks at Ameren, among others, and all of us here at KMOV Channel 4. Big thrill for us every year to be able to do this. And we left you with the Mid-America Teen Community Emergency Response Team, and we come back to them because this is an important one. They're based right here in Wentzville, making their first appearance in the Ameren Thanksgiving Day Parade, and they teach young people how to safely assist families and emergency services personnel in the event of an emergency or a natural disaster. So that's a great group to have. And again, they're right here out of Wentzville.
We saw the banner also for Flyer Sports. Shout out to Flyer Sports, which is a non-profit organization that trains, educates, and sponsors girls ages 3 to 11. They are trained in soccer, softball, and basketball. They took 3rd place in this year's Best in Missouri Show Me State Games. Let's head back to Matt Chambers along the parade route. He has an interview about Christmas in St. Louis because, Matt, on Thanksgiving, it's the official kickoff to Christmas in St. Louis.
Indeed it is, and this Christmas in St. Louis organization is one that I don't think a lot of locals know much about. That's kind of the way they like it. They don't seek the spotlight. This is David with Christmas in St. Louis. Happy Thanksgiving, partner.
Happy Thanksgiving to you. Thanks very much.
So, very cool thing you did for the first time ever as part of the parade this year to try to collect some food for families in need. Tell me about it and how it worked out. Now remember, this is the first time they've ever done it.
It was the first time. We have had the blanket drive now for about 11 years with the marching bands. And so we reached out to our dance groups and said, hey, let's have you bring in canned food items for food outreach. And they rose to the occasion. The 13 dance groups that were in the parade raised 2,400 pounds of food and brought it in and donated it today. One group in particular, the Wedgwood Elementary Dance Company, they donated 118 pounds of food just themselves, and we gave them a really great little trophy to commemorate that. So we think that might be something we're going to do from here on out.
I just told David, I said, I think you've started something here, because if in year one you collected that much food, I would strongly encourage you to bring it back again next year.
Absolutely. You bet.
And that was one of the best moments of my morning, Kent and Laura, so far, was David gave me the opportunity to present the trophy to the Wedgwood kids during one of the breaks. Folks at home didn't get to see it, but they didn't know they had collected more food than any other dance group, and they were flabbergasted. They were so excited.
That is so awesome.
Really cool
Matt.
thing. Yeah.
I
Very
love
cool.
that.
Thank you, Matt. Well, this is a moment that we've really been excited about coming up now. You saw some of the helium balloons from Christmas in St. Louis, the ornaments there. The Capitol Christmas tree has made a stop right here in St. Louis on its way to Washington, D.C.
Awesome. Awesome. Only 25 locations across the country. This thing will be stopping. St. Louis is one of them, and how lucky are we that it happens on Thanksgiving? This tree is from the Wilmette National Forest in Oregon, so they are following the Oregon Trail in reverse to get to Washington, D.C. And Matt, what's the latest on this?
I am joined, my friends, by Nikki Swanson, who's with the U.S. Forest Service. Nikki, my first question is, you got permit paperwork to be bringing one of these trees in downtown St. Louis?
We do, all 70 feet and 102 foot of total truck and trailer length. We do. We're all permitted up.
St. Louis is really fortunate. This tree is not making a lot of stops between here and the nation's capital. How many stops are you making?
27 stops along the way.
And what are you doing? Is it kind of like this, where you're just sort of cruising through?
So it varies by stops. We've been in several parades along the way, and then we also, we have whistle stops where we just stop for a few minutes and let people sign the banner, a giant Christmas card wishing goodwill to everyone across the United States.
Where did this behemoth, beautiful tree originate? Where is it coming from?
So it comes from the Sweet Home Ranger District, the Willamette National Forest, which is located in Oregon, just east of Eugene.
And there's an opportunity, it's an interesting history to what they now call the Capitol tree, right? That dates back decades and decades.
It does, yeah. So originally they tried to plant a live tree, but it just didn't grow very well.
Lasted, a couple of years or something?
Yeah, that wasn't going to work. You've got to have a perfect Christmas tree. And so in 1970, they started asking the Forest Service to provide a tree. It comes every year from a different national forest across the United States, and this year it's coming from an Oregon forest.
So when will it reach its final destination then?
So it'll come into the Capitol on the 26th of November.
And I assume there's a big lighting ceremony there, right?
There is, and I invite everyone to watch it. It's absolutely amazing. It's going to be lit on December 5th, and we have a fourth grader from Oregon who won the contest. 1,200 entries. Her name's Bridget. She's going to light the tree with the Speaker of the House.
Now, that's a bucket list item for a fourth grader. Here's something I didn't realize until I started doing homework after I found out I'd have the opportunity to talk to you today. The large tree gets all the attention, but actually in surrounding office buildings in D.C., the Forest Service provides a lot of kind of miniature versions of the tree as well, right?
We have over 70 other trees that are going with, and as well as 10,000 ornaments to decorate both the big trees and all the smaller trees.
Can somebody, we can ask this off the record if we had to, can somebody sneak up and maybe sneak a little note or something into it?
Well, no note sneaking, but you can sign the banner. There are opportunities to do that, and it's super exciting. It's been so wonderful traveling with this tree from Oregon, and just all the joy. Like, how often do you get like 20 days of joy in a row? Absolutely amazing.
Nikki, thank you. Yes, you're a lucky lady, and I just heard from the execs back at the station, her permit paperwork checked out. So we're going to let you keep on going. Okay? Back to you guys.
How great is it, Matt, that they were here on Thanksgiving Day?
It's unbelievable. I mean, this is like the planets aligning, right? It's great.
Absolutely.
We'll take it.
I love it.
After the Capitol Christmas tree, Kent, one of our favorites, the dancing.
Oh, the dancing.
Christmas trees.
Oh, the dance. Oh, that's right. The
there they are. There are the dancing Christmas trees. A small forest of Christmas trees. And please take a close look at all of their outfits. They designed them themselves. Always a crowd favorite due to their creativity, but also their presence means the big guy, Santa, is getting closer.
Can't be far behind. And I have to tell you, there's some loose screws in that group. Every year when they go by, I've noticed. There are a couple of them that I'm just not too sure about.
They sure have fun.
They know how to have fun.
Confirm
no question about that.
Oh, a Grinch Christmas tree.
That's the good Grinch. That was after he became the good Grinch.
Look at him. This group, though, really does have a good time. I've ran into a couple of them at quick trips across the areas before. Always fired up before this event. And happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Good stuff.
That is good stuff. We've got the balloon, the helium balloon Nutcracker coming up. It's a holiday favorite. The Nutcracker balloon stands at attention to announce the beginning of the holiday season. He is as traditional as Thanksgiving itself. as he marches through the streets in his signature red and yellow uniform.
And he is pretty big, over 52 feet tall. We'd be nuts not to follow his commands.
I see with the neckcracker. That's very good.
And it is being staffed by Boy Scout Troop 310.
Hang on, don't float away with the balloon. Well, this next one is a real honor. We have two young ladies who made it onto The Voice, as you know, and both of them from St. Louis, Kennedy. And our next guest, who's going to perform for us here, is Audrey Bartholomew. How exciting is it to have her with us today after her network television performances?
It's awesome. They are getting ready for that performance, so let's check it out.
Nice microphone. It's the most wonderful time. The kids are belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for roasting, and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time. Yes, the most wonderful time. Oh, the most wonderful time of the year.
Yeah, well, we can see why she was a contestant on The Voice. Way to go, Audrey, a proud student of Stages St. Louis. And there's Matt with the man.
A lot of people running up to Santa, and Matt Chambers has the exclusive interview.
And I won a pony, and I won a Nintendo Switch, and a Santa Claus. Happy Thanksgiving to you, my friend.
Thanksgiving to you, Matt. Okay, we having a great time today?
It's fantastic. The weather's wonderful.
I tell you, Kent did a wonderful job this year. Wonderful.
I gotta tell you, Santa, the world looks very, very different from up here because every single person who came out to downtown St. Louis today is here to see you. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel wonderful, but I understand why they come out. St. Louis is such a great city. Why wouldn't you want to be here?
And it's not just the people that are here downtown, but you've got a captive audience at home right now. What do you want to tell all those people watching at home?
Be careful, I might come by for turkey dinner.
Something tells me they'd put you right at the head of the table.
Probably, okay.
Well, we sure do appreciate your time. I know you're going into the busy season. On a personal note, I only have one thing on my list this year, okay?
And that is?
I have baby number 6 coming in about a week. I just want that baby to be healthy. Can you do that?
That's the best gift in the world. We're going to do that, okay? How are the other 5?
They're doing well, thanks to you.
And the missus?
She's ready for number 6, but she's doing very well, too.
You know, the biggest the family, the better it is.
So true. Merry Christmas, Santa. Guys, I got the best seat in the house right now.
Way to go, Matt. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays, everybody.